just seems like your guys have had a lot of success this year in the run game, especially on traps, counter plays, guys where you guys get to use your athleticism and get out and move. Do you feel strength of the offensive line as a whole?
Yeah, I definitely do. I mean, it helps that we have, two really good backs, and right now Quadri's having a great start to his senior year. So it helps when you've got good backs to block for. They make us look good, and hopefully we do the same for them.
Quadri's been sure to give you guys a lot of credit after his good rushing performances. To hear a running back say that, how much does that mean to you guys? Or given your personalities, could you not really care less whether you get the credit or not?
I mean, no, it's nice. Whenever you do something good, it's nice to hear appreciation and gratitude. So when he turns around and says stuff like that, it makes us want to block for him even more, because we know what type of guy he is. We know that he's going to give us his all, so we got to go out there and do the same for him.
Is he telling you guys that stuff in game too and stuff like that?
He'll come back. I mean, usually we're moving the ball pretty well when we're running with him, so he'll come back and he'll just say, good blocking O-line or something like that.
Do you notice anything different about him this year in terms of his? I mean, he says he weighs the same and he changed his body fat a little bit, but I mean, do you notice anything different in terms of his performance or the way that he's approaching?
I really think he's just accepted his role and stepped up big time. I think he knew that we needed somebody like him, and he was willing to take that role on, and I think he's doing a fantastic job. So I think it's just, if anything's changed, it's his attitude. He's more, not that his attitude was bad before, but he's really stepped up for us, and we appreciate him.
Pat was saying on the long touchdown that you guys blocked it pretty much perfectly. From where you're at on that trap, kind of sealing the edge, can you kind of tell when it's happening, like, oh man, this one's got a chance to go?
Usually, I know that plays like that have a good chance of breaking if the tackle, like myself or Bookser, can get to the backside linebacker. If we get to that backside linebacker, then I know that it has a pretty good shot of breaking. But, I didn't know that it was going to hit for a touchdown, but I'm glad it did.
Making the jump from Kent State to Pitt, how would you grade yourself after 3 games?
I don't know. I think that's a question for Coach Borbley. I would say hopefully good, but then again, I think that's a question for Coach Borbs.
Has it been as smooth a transition as it seems?
I mean, there's, it's been smooth for sure, but I mean, there's things, that have been rough too. But I mean, like, it's really easy stepping in when you got a group of guys like this. It's just, nobody has an ego here. Everybody just accepted me, and it was great.
They're missing a couple of their ends, guy that might have been an all-conference type. What have you seen from the younger guys that have been playing in their first 2 games on film?
They're about as athletic as a front as we'll see this whole year. They're big, they're fast. I mean, even though, like you said, they got a couple guys out, I mean, I think the 2 ends that they have now have really stepped up and played well for them. It's going to be a big challenge for us this weekend.
Being new to here, how much are you aware of the struggles against North Carolina?
I've always followed teams around this area, so I knew that Pitt in the past had struggled with North Carolina, especially since joining the conference. But to hear it now, being on the inside, it's we're anxious to get down there.